What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Dana. So today we're gonna be discussing Gala games versus USDT. Um, First of all, I'd like to say welcome. Thank you for tuning in, and let's get into it. So we had a pullback yesterday, and since then we've already pulled back up. And when I say a pullback, I mean we kind of tanked all the way to 0.027 levels, areas around these levels, but it's okay. We are still holding support in some way. Okay, it's been acting as support. This level has been acting as support here and acting as support here again, so it's okay that we wicked down, but it would have been a bit worrying if we would close somewhere around 0.03 levels with a full body and not just a wick. Okay, RSI is getting back to neutral, but this is the daily. I mainly want to point out what's going on in the short term, but I'm just giving you the whole picture of the price action right now and the TA. But this is not what I'm gonna be focusing on. Okay, the focus is still short term and a little bit midterm, maybe a little bit. Okay, so we're still below short-term moving average on the daily. We do have positive momentum on the MACD, although it's getting a bit weaker. It's fine because I do see that volume is back. Like buy pressure is definitely here. Okay, looking at the 4-hourly, this is what I want to focus on, guys. Okay, I know like some people out there are excited right now, and I can understand. Looking at the short, the longer term, the monthly, it's actually looking like the bears are losing steam. I'm not saying the bulls have control yet, but the bears are definitely losing steam when I'm looking at the Japanese indicators. Okay, but on the 4-hourly, okay, that's what we're focusing on, short term and a little bit midterm. We do have resistance at this area. Okay, we have resistance at this area, and you guys can see we keep on getting pushed down at these levels every time. So what we need to do to get out of this zone that it's trapped in right now, because look, guys, this resistance line, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me just make it a bit thicker. There you go. It's been acting as resistance at these areas and these areas, as you guys can see. Okay, so what we need to do is actually close a 4-hourly candle at least above 0.38. Okay, and then we are gonna be meeting another resistance or profit taking levels around these areas. Okay, so it's pretty close if you see what I'm talking about. Okay, if you look to your right, you'll see at the bar here the price ranges. So that would be between 0.041 to 0.045 areas. Okay, next resistance levels, but it's fine. That is fine. Thing is, if we just come here and then get rejected again, this is not gonna be a good look. Okay, because this is really the only support we have now. If we go any further, we could see areas of 0.027. If we break anything below this area right here, well, it is there, but you get my point. Okay, we can go to 0.0267 levels. Okay, 0.025 levels even. So hopefully this support holds just like it held here in the 20th of October, and there is support, that we see demand. So if we can break out of this level on a daily, now this is on a daily I'm talking about, okay? Above, let's say 0.049 areas. And now I'm talking about the daily, okay? If we can get above that, close the daily above it, because old support, new resistance, and we had bullish divergence that played out, okay? But I do see why I think Gala is a bit weak right now, okay? We already have a hint of bearish divergence showing on the daily from this point to this point. So the only way it's gonna be invalid is if we actually close the daily above 0.072 levels, okay? Somewhere around these areas. If we don't, it's developing, it's there, so do not rule it out yet, okay? 4 hourly, we need some volume. We need to break above this resistance, and if we do, eventually see around these levels, somewhere around 0.043, 0.045, like ish, you know, around. I say around because every trader has their own way of putting their sell orders and buy orders. It's only if you're pretty new, and we've all been there when we've been new, that you put it right at the dot and then it never gets filled, okay? So keep in mind, around, when I say around, it's literally around, okay? Sometimes it's to the dot, but I'm not the one who controls the market. It just happens to be so then, but around is better, okay? So we need to break out of the resistance right here. We are losing negative momentum on the 4 hourly time frame, which is okay, but we need to see some more volume here too. Daily volume is looking good, but we need to see some volume on the 4 hourly as well, okay? And if we look at the hourly chart, you guys can see this is acting as hard resistance right now, just like it was acting as hard resistance at these levels as well. Okay, so we need to break out. It was a nice move from the lows to the highs. Anybody who entered at these areas, good job. I mean, it's support levels. So, you know the levels we need to hold if we come back down, okay? And by the way, another thing. One more thing. Looks like we do have some, like, this is like in hourly time frame, so take it with a grain of salt, but got some support around these levels. You look at the, yeah, definitely. Okay, so if we break down below this one, don't be surprised if you come back to these levels. Nothing strange, okay? But to go to the upside, more higher prices, see the levels of 0.053 to 0.057 areas. We have to close a 4 hourly or a daily at least a 4 hourly or a daily above 0.046 levels, okay? So guys, that was it for me. If you like the content, do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. And thank you for all the new subscribers and the viewers and everybody. Like, I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you on the next one. And do not forget your stop losses again, okay? Take care.